Okay folks, welcome to another quality edition of 4 visa answers in 5 minutes. Okay, let's get straight into it. Question 1. Hi, my wife has 1 year work experience as a registered nurse. Some fortnights she works 60 hours a week and some fortnights she works 30 hours a week. The average is 17 hours a week. Can she claim work points? Okay, so for 12 months work experience in Australia, what the department will do is they want to see 52 separate weeks where the person works 20 hours a week or more. So you can't average out 1 week 15 hours and the next week 30 hours and say there's 45 hours and therefore there's 2 weeks. It's only weeks that she works 20 hours a week or more that counts. So if she works a week where it's 15 or 17 hours, it can't count. If it's 21 or 22 weeks or 20 weeks, it can count. And ultimately she needs 52 weeks where it's at least 20 hours a week in her occupation post-qualification, and then she can claim 5 work points. Okay, question 2. I don't have my NAATI results yet. If I submit my EOI now, claiming these points, then suspend the EOI, then I unsuspend it when I get my NAATI results, will my EOI effect date be today, or will it be the date in the future when I unsuspend my EOI, having finally got my NAATI results? Okay, we do know some students do this. We're not encouraging it, we certainly don't do it for our clients, but we know that some students will take advantage of the Skills Select system. And the law says when you get your invitation, you must be able to substantiate all your points. And when you lodge your application, of course, you need to be able to substantiate all your points. Otherwise, you can be penalised in lots of ways, including 40/20 for false information. But nothing in the law says that when you lodge your EOI at the start, that you already need evidence of all of the points that you're claiming. Now that's not a great system, that EOI system, and so some students are actually doing as you're suggesting there, where they will not yet have the points but they'll claim them, suspend the EOI so they don't get an invite yet because they haven't got the points yet, and then unsuspend it in the future. Now if when you first lodge the EOI and later when you unsuspend it, the points are the same all the time, that is, for example, you're claiming 70 at the start, and when you unsuspend the EOI 3 months later, having got your NAATI results, it's still 70, and it's been 70 throughout, the EOI effect date will be right at the start. In fact, you've saved 3 months, you've jumped 3 months in the queue. So we know some students do that. We're not recommending it, but we know that it is possible. Okay, question 3. I'm on a student visa studying a Masters in IT, and in the process of getting an ACS skills assessment for a PR application. I've worked part-time in Sydney for 1 year. Can this part-time employment count for work experience? And I previously completed a bachelor degree in IT from overseas. Okay, so I'm making a few assumptions here. The fact that you're applying on the basis of your bachelor degree, because you haven't completed your master's yet, means that you're likely to be being assessed as an overseas applicant, in which case you need 2 years of work experience. So you can't count any work until you've completed those 2 years. Now, after you've completed those 2 years of work experience, and maybe you've got that from overseas, then we can start looking at your Australian work experience. You said you'd worked for 1 year while studying your Masters. If the work, again, is 20 hours a week, and it's at the skilled level, and it's in the same occupation code as what you're assessed in and being paid at the professional level, then yes, you can count that work because it's past the date the ACS say you meet the Australian standards. Okay, question 4. I have a query about work experience as an accountant. I'm working in accounts payable receivable. Is that closely related to the occupation of general accountant? Okay, so the short answer is no. It sounds very much like a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper is a different ANSCO occupation code to accountant. It doesn't need a bachelor degree to do that work. So even though there's a little bit of a crossover between the two occupations, you need to show you do 20 hours a week as an accountant. If in fact you can't show 20 hours a week as an accountant, because most of the duties are bookkeeper only, then the department won't be able to count those points. And in fact, probably your pay is a little bit less than an accountant as well. A bookkeeper is generally receiving maybe about $20, $22, $24 an hour, and an accountant is normally receiving $27, $28 or more an hour. So that's a bit of an indicator as well. Probably the safest thing you can do is send your work experience to one of the accounting bodies and get them to make an opinion on it. If they say it's okay, doesn't guarantee immigration will, but maybe 80–90% it'll be okay. Okay folks, all done for another episode. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want some great assistance managing your visa application, email us at any time to migration@iscar.com, and I will talk to you soon.